Hello everybody, I'm Jackiekcooper, and my entertainment rundown for today is a review of the film Jojo Rabbit. Now this is a movie that's been out for a while. I just had a chance to see it. I was expecting kind of a riff on Inglourious Basterds, the Quentin Tarantino film, if you'll remember that, because it had a different version in view of World War II. And this movie is about a 10-year-old boy living in Germany during World War II. And he has his best friend is Adolf Hitler. And the little boy is played by Roman Griffin Davis, and Adolf Hitler is played by Taika Waititi. I probably am pronouncing that wrong. I know I get some of these names wrong. Taika Waititi. And he directed it and stars in the film as Adolf Hitler. But again, I was expecting Inglourious Basterds, and what I ended up with was The Diary of Anne Frank, kind of a relative, to that, because the little boy is part of the Hitler youth group. He's going off to learn how to be a good soldier and all of these things, and his mother, played by Scarlett Johansson. What a year she's having. You get the impression is not that enthusiastic about him doing these things. His father is off fighting in the war, and so it's just him and his mother. But this movie changes styles or changes themes in a very fluid way, and you find yourself just being embraced by this film and caring about these characters. They are just so important to the entire story. And this little boy, 10 years old, he is just magnificent in his portrayal of this kid, who wants to embrace the Nazi culture, but he has basic ideals deep within himself that makes him fight against going along with all this. And he has a chance at some point to help a stranger, and that becomes another theme of the story. I just totally surrendered to this film. I don't know why I didn't go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to sit down and watch Jojo Rabbit and it's going to be just a tremendous movie. No, I went thinking, wonder what this is about. I'd just seen very little in the advertisements. The way it was advertised did not really appeal to me. But again, as you watch the first 10, 15 minutes of this movie, you just get pulled into it over and over and over. And it's got a strange cast. Like I said, Scarlett Johansson, little boy is played by Roman Griffin Davis. Thomasine McKenzie is in it. The director, Taika Waititi. And then Rebel Wilson and Sam Rockwell. And they all play an integral part of this story. Each one is there. Rebel Wilson does provide some comic relief in some scenes, but she's good. You appreciate her and her little slight, comments that she makes here and there, and you think that was really funny, and so you make that a part of it too. The film is rated PG-13 because there is profanity, there is violence. Like I said, it takes place during World War II, so even though it's kind of a fantastical story, it still has the raw reality of this country being at war and the horrendous things that happened to people who were not supportive of the Nazi regime. So I scored this movie 8 out of 10. Now, that's a big score for me, but I feel like it earned it. It earned it in every way. And like I said, Scarlett Johansson has had a great year in 2019. Between this and Marriage Story, she's got to be in contention for some awards, coming up in 2020, because she's so good in both parts, and they show a diversity, of her talent that makes it so award worthy. Anyway, reach down there, hit the subscribe button. We certainly want you on board as we go into 2020, and Hope you'll be here for all the movie reviews that I'm going to be offering. But for today, my entertainment rundown has been a review of the film, don't miss it, Jojo Rabbit.